Hello, I'm Shana Bestock, our producing artistic director of Penguin Productions, coming to you from Easy Pass in the North Cascades. Welcome to this rebroadcast of our show that we did back in May. Huge thanks to Northwest Arts Streaming Hub for the chance to amplify the voices of these amazing artists. And thank you all so much for your support and your engagement with this project. One of the things that COVID has done over the last couple months for me is diminished me in some sense. Well, I've let it, but it's been challenging. I felt very small and felt like a lot of my self-expression has been shrunk to a Zoom box. And part of that, I think, is the fear. We all feel diminished when we're fearful. And part of it is the mediums that we've been engaging with and how disembodied they've been. Being out on the trail allows me to touch majesty, allows me to experience a sense of space and a sense of wonder, that same space and wonder that I often experience in the theater. I come to the trails to create and to recreate, and the same thing about the theater. I go to the theater to create and to recreate and to literally recreate myself in space and in the world. I feel like these two spaces, theater and trails, have a lot to say to each other. I feel like the two communities are engaged in the same kinds of struggles and the same kinds of advocacy, and can talk a lot to each other. And both are in need of support and equity and representation and funding, and we desperately need them for our future. And so with this small project, I hope to bring these two spaces, these two communities that I love so passionately together, and listen to voices to help us find new trails forward. Thanks so much for being here, and enjoy the show. Our first play tonight is Mi Cielo by Sofia Raquel Sanchez.
Lupe enters wearing a hiking backpack and a tall walking stick. Lupe breathes in la hermosa montaña. But hi, Lupe spots someone lying unconscious, a bike with a broken chain lying next to them, but they don't have a helmet on. In fact, they don't look like they're dressed for the wilderness whatsoever. Hola, niña. Lupe goes to them and removes a silk bag de la mano de la niña. He checks their vitals. They're alive. Gracias a Dios. Lupe takes off their backpack and finds their first aid kit. De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando.
Nina slowly begins waking up.
Un par de ojitos negros, de cielito de contrabando. Lupe lifts el rostro perfecto de la niña y sangre covers their hand.
Ay, 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 ay.
Hola, niña.
Dios.
Me. Pobrecita, you must have hit your head pretty hard. Lupe tries to clean la niña's with an alcohol wipe.
No. Nina jolts away from the stranger. Where is my... Nina frantically grabs the silk bag and clutches it against their chest. How long have I been out?
How would I know that, Niña?
How long have you been watching me? What makes you think you can just touch me? Nina jumps up. Oh, their thigh is skinned and sangre leaks down their leg.
Giving La Niña a look that screams, pendeja!
Ay. Lo siento.
Siéntate, huh? Handing el bebé a container of mangoes. Comes, huh? It will make this easier. Nina begrudgingly sits.
And enjoys the mangoes. The stranger cleans Nina's wounds.
Sana, sana, colita de rana. Mountain biking without a helmet is very dumb.
Didn't ask for your advice.
No seas pendeja, Niña.
I'm not a little girl, so stop calling me.
Tell me your name then.
Nina.
So you change one letter and poof, you're not a baby, huh?
Nina huffs up and grabs their bike. I don't have to deal with this. Seeing the broken chain. Puta madre! Nina chucks the bike to the ground and throws a tantrum.
Oh, I wish I was still a baby. Teething on a tortilla fresh from the comal, wrapped in my mother's arms.
Good for you.
See, it would be very good for me. I believe that's mi cielo. Waking up every morning to the sound of
Cielito lindo in a busy kitchen. Nina clutches the silk bag till her knuckles turn white. Mommy smelled like fresh soil and paparu. Fuck. I need to get to the top of the mountain.
But no, Lupe stands in Nina's path. Niño, you need to go to the hospital.
Niño?
You said you weren't a little girl.
Mira, vieja, unless you magically have an extra bike chain, get out of my way.
Lupe reaches into their pocket and pulls out a bike chain, but does not give it to Nina.
Puta, eres una bruja?
Go to the hospital.
I can't.
This is not what your mommy asked for.
Do not talk about my mother. You have no idea what she wanted.
You are coated in sangre. Broken chanclas, digging your nails into your mother's ashes, and you think you know what she wanted?
Cállate.
Nina lunges for the bike chain, but misses and falls to the ground. Nina cries.
I promised. She said she wanted to be with La Hermosa Montaña again.
Lupe holds La Niña. She also said, Pobrecita, no llores. Mi amor por ti es infinito. Even in death, I will be with you.
Lupe lifts Nina's perfect face to the horizon.
Mira, this is your mommy's heaven.
Ay, 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 ay. She's singing Cielito Lindo.
Mm-hmm. Making breakfast, waiting for
Buenos días, mommy. Buenos días, mi cielo.
Nina bursts into a mixture of laughter and tears.
Lupe laughs with Nina.
Ay, 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 ay.
Canta y no llores.
Porque cantando se alegran.
Cielito lindo, los con razones. Lupe lays Nina down in the exact same spot where she found them. And Lupe begins to leave.
Nina waves adios to the stranger and drifts back to sleep. Gracias, Dios.
De nada, mija.
I told you this would happen.
We're fine, Sabi.
I told you if we smoke the second joint, we will for sure get totally and completely lost.
They look into the distance.
They have no idea where they are.
Or where they're going. Shit!
I told you.
You're not helping.
It'll be a romantic first date, Sabi. I'm a Pacific Northwest lesbian, Sabi, so of course I know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Then why are we lost?
We're not lost. I just need a second to...
Sabi trips over... Oh my god. Sabi wraps around Lola. Dead body. Fucking dead body.
Holy shit! Lola wraps around Sabi. Lola peels Sabi off and goes towards the body. I don't think they're dead. Hello?
Don't touch them. You'll get your fingerprints all over the crime scene.
There is no crime scene. They obviously just crashed their bike.
Well, maybe someone staged it to look like they crashed their bike.
Neither of them
knows what that word means.
Nina finally comes to and... Oh. Never mind.
Did someone hurt you?
I crashed my bike.
fucking told you so.
I'm just making sure no one had attacked them.
Sabrina, there is literally a bike right next to them.
Okay, but that outfit? Biking with sandals? Tell me you don't think that's a little suspicious.
Nina gets up and calmly walks down the mountain.
Lola sees all the blood dripping down the stranger's leg. Damn!
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
There are rocks in your thigh.
Nina stops. Do you have a first aid kit?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sabi, give me your pack.
So about that.
Where is your...
It was really heavy. And you already had a pack, so I figured, why do we need two? That seems really extra.
Sabrina!
So, Lola.
Nina walks away from them.
Wait! Lola takes her pack off and flings it open. I have some field roast sandwiches, some trail mix, a picnic blanket, and that's weird. Lola pulls out a bike chain. Sabi, did you?
Why would I put a bike chain in your backpack?
Ay, Dios! I'll take the bike chain. And some trail mix.
For sure.
Nina takes the supplies, smiles at the teens, and begins down the mountain again.
Lola watches the
Do you know how to
stranger
get this-
disappear down the
Do you know
mountain.
how to get to the
Nina, it's okay to be lost.
I think that was God.
Hola, niñas.
Holy shit! Where did you
Looking
come
for the
from?
top?
I'm not so sure anymore.
Yes, 100%. We'd like to go to the top.
You're very eager, huh?
We're lost.
You sure?
Yes.
No?
Lola.
Sabrina, trust me for like 5 seconds. I think I know where we are.
You do.
She does?
I do! My mom and I would stop at this bend to look out at the... Oh my God. Lola rushes towards the cliffs. The river. Sabi, the river!
Oh my God. Sabi wraps around Lola. It's beautiful.
Not so lost after all, huh? Lupe reaches into their pocket.
Camera? Where's the camera? I want to remember this moment forever.
It was in your pack.
Niñas.
Yes?
Lupe pulls out a camera. Say, La hermosa montaña.
Where did they...
Lola has the camera in her hands.
What the actual fuck just happened?
I think that was God.
I think maybe you were right about smoking that second joint. Come on. The top's just around this corner.
Can we have the picnic here? It's just the river is so romantic.
I told you it would be a perfect first date. P&W lesbians.
They know what they're doing.
Lola leans in to kiss Sabi.
And Sabi leans in to kiss Lola back.
De la Sierra Morena.
That was Me, Cielo by Sofia Raquel Sanchez. Next up is Almighty God of Lake and Tree by Frank Garland.
My knowledge of science isn't much, but it's enough to say that life is heat. The sun makes it hot, and it makes the earth hot. And the heat is eaten by the trees like these. And some animals, they eat the plants and thereby eat the heat and spend the heat to make more animals. And some animals die and sink down into the earth, and their heat decomposes and compresses and changes. And then some animals dig that heat up tear open the earth and devour it, and spend that heat to warm their homes, or to travel without moving their feet, or to see when there is no sunlight. There are some out here who would kill me if they could. Eat me up, take my heat. Others who would mate with my females, kill my children. But I think we're good. Yeah, I think, yeah. Heat, right. Some animals are concerned because they've noticed that over time everything is getting colder. And again, I'm not an expert on this stuff. I've never taken a class or read a book or spoken a sophisticated language or had a higher thought beyond remembering to spread my musk on my trees. This is my forest. This is Pan's forest, and I am he, almighty God of lake and tree. But it does seem to be that over time, everything gets colder, which doesn't make sense, right? Because some days it is cold and everything dies, and some days it is warm, and you can lie in the grass and the bugs burrow into your fur and into your skin. But heat always comes from somewhere. You take me, you cut me up, you take my heat. You're taking heat that I took from the leaves and shrubs and saplings, which they took from the sun. And the sun is getting colder, slowly. It's slower than granite. 100-something million miles. But one day, it will go out. And all of the stars will go out. And it will be cold, which is so far away, it's almost not conceivable. But it does put a definite end date on things. I should eat.
Ah, shucky ducky!
Fuck!
Ah, shucky ducky.
Cora.
You remember that?
Cora, there was this deer.
Huh?
A magnificent male deer. Just,
A moose?
no.
You said a male deer.
A male deer is not a moose.
Ugh, yeah, you're right. Wow. I was thinking, what was I thinking?
It was just standing there. It was completely still, so surreal. Just looking at me, looking at him.
Did you get a picture?
No, you scared him away.
Oh, sorry. An elk.
Are you messing with me or something?
A male deer. Ah, it'll come to me. So this is the spot?
Yes.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. I can see why you come here.
Yeah, I like it.
I have got to do this kind of thing more often. I mean, this is insane.
Oh, it is. It's very nice.
And all just an hour drive from the city. It is a crime to not make use of all of this nature. It's a waste.
Well, I suppose that depends on if you think beauty needs to be observed in order to be beautiful.
Oh, well. Well then, Professor Holly, or Dr. Holly, if we're getting all deep.
Okay, I wasn't trying to be...
If a tree falls in the middle of a forest, does it make the sound of one hand clapping?
I wasn't trying to be an asshole.
Or does it sound like...
A stag.
Shucky ducky. What?
A male deer is a stag.
Stag, yes. Had it almost. Stag. Ugh. When I was at UVA, I saw a bunch of deer. Some places on the East Coast, they're as common as geese. So what do you do out here? You just hike to this spot and have a picnic, crack a seltzer?
Yeah, I don't know. I just like it here.
Peace and quiet. Fresh mountain living.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to exist in spaces that I know don't belong to me.
Then you should have a kid. I'm entering a new frontier every time I walk into Jason's room.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, that's your answer to everything. Yeah, well, of all the Charlie Browns in the world. Hey, why do they call it going stag?
I wonder if your brain looks different from other people's.
You know, going stag when you don't have a date.
Because I struggle to keep up.
Maybe deer are fundamentally lonely. Do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, well. Should we do this then?
I feel weird about it.
You think I don't? You think I want to participate in Dad's finale favoritism performance?
How is this favoritism?
I'm not complaining. I don't care. I'm dutiful.
Where would have been a fairer place to scatter Dad's ashes, Cora? Your office? How about your swimming pool?
A cemetery, or let us fucking bury him?
I didn't want this. He never had the time to go hiking with me when he was alive. So now when he's dead, I have to haul his ashes up this mountain. It's like the ultimate lazy...
Okay. It's killing me that you've given me no reaction. Aw, shucky ducky. Do you remember it or not?
I don't. Is it some sentimental dad thing, or?
Herman Cain, 2012. Remember?
Who's Herman Cain?
Really? Forget it. It was a big meme. I got it stuck in my head.
Oh, well, I'm not on
social media.
I feel like this might harm the environment.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's natural though, right?
I just wouldn't want to tarnish the...
Take no photographs, leave no footprints, right?
Okay, stop saying cute muddled shit. It's just that the balance of every ecosystem is very delicate and
Dad's ashes are gonna kill the forest?
Well, when you do something that could be damaging, you have to look at it not like what would happen if I did this, right? But what would happen to the world if everyone did this?
Well, 7 billion people. Dad weighs in at around 6 pounds. Since 2 of us are here, let's say 3 per person. So about 21 billion pounds of human ash here in this clearing. Well, it wouldn't be ideal, but Holly, it sure would be a spectacle.
You always make me sound so dumb.
Come on, you do the same to me. That stuff with the elk and the deer.
You did that. You do that to you, and then you do that to me.
Well, sorry. Sometimes we're just dumb.
It's just this place is pristine, unspoiled. It means a lot to me.
Meant a lot to Dad, too. All those times you described it, all your pictures. It's a nice place. It's a nice thing we're doing.
Should we say something?
If you want. Plenty of speeches at the funeral.
Yeah.
I liked your poem.
Okay.
What? I did.
Just the way you say it.
I didn't know you wrote poems.
We love you, Dad. We miss you.
Miss you, Dad.
Hope you like it up here.
Well, that was pretty unceremonial. Why'd you pour it out like that?
Sorry, I didn't want to get any of it on my pants.
Well, that's done, I suppose. Lunch?
Let's go back down the trail, find another spot.
You know, we should do more of these things, sister hikes. What if we made it a weekly thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, forget it.
No, I didn't.
You're such a pill.
Buffy, I'll go hiking with you.
I don't need you to take me hiking. I thought it would be fun doing more stuff together.
Sure, well.
Sure.
I don't sound like that.
Well, my voice doesn't go that nasally.
Oh.
Death, to me, has always been a wet smell. Though I did see a snake skeleton under a rock once. Very clean, very white bones. Must have been dead and undisturbed for some time. But usually it's blood and sap and voided bowels and larval flies blanketing a bird. But perhaps that wet smell is just life's rotting residue. And this is what death smells like. Dry. Makes you want to sneeze. You're back.
You can talk.
No. Even if I had the intelligence, I lack the proper vocal cords.
I came back for the box. I didn't want to litter.
Why did you not want to litter?
Excuse me?
From my understanding, it is mostly a social thing, yes? A shame-based dominance hierarchy?
No, I care about nature. I don't want to hurt the planet.
What hurts the planet?
Is this some kind of Socratic thing that you're doing, or?
I'm not afraid I don't understand the reference, being only a simple deer.
Degrading plastic hurts the planet. CO2 emissions, ocean acidification, deforestation.
How does that hurt the planet?
The fish get mercury poisoning. Sea turtles and whales choke and die. Polar bears, pandas, rhinos, and silverback gorillas lose their homes. I mean, we're turning our planet into a wasteland.
That's terrible.
It is. It's horrifying.
For the fish and the sea turtles and whales, the pandas, rhinos, and silverback gorillas. But for the planet, that's just a crust issue. It won't even reach the mantle.
Oh, fine. Not the planet then. The environment, nature.
The environment. And what's that?
Well, our ecosystem exists in this delicate balance that...
No, it doesn't.
What are you?
Well, today, I am a deer. Do you know about Chernobyl?
The nuclear... Yes?
Well, from my understanding, you all weren't content with the sun's heat, so you made one of your own. But it worked a little too well, and then everything got hot.
I don't know. There's many theories that I've been meaning to kind of...
Do you know what you will find if you go to the Chernobyl site now? Trees growing, birds in the air. And the trees, if you cut them open, have darkened rings. And some of the birds have discolored beaks. But the environment can survive a nuclear meltdown. An ecosystem is only delicate if you're trying to keep it from changing. But that is not the nature of things. I am a child of Malthus and Darwin. I embrace the new day.
But whole species will die if we do not protect them. And I believe that each species protects, adds a value to the planet.
Do you? Do you mourn the dodo and the glyptodon? The trilobite? I think you have grown disconnected from your own selfishness. It is not the darling critters of the woodlands that need saving. You want this destruction to stop because you know that it is your resources that you are destroying. And if you do not stop, there will come a day when you eat each other and fade from the land, and the roots of oak and maple will crack through your pavement and blanket your cities in moss.
My dad died. There was a sickness and he died. Do you have anything cynical or callous to say about that?
What are you feeling?
I am confused. I still can't understand how things can be like this.
What has been, and now we are here.
Yeah, well,
I am not a cynic. I love my children. I mourn the loss of kin. I enjoy red berries and lying in the sun and life. I take all that I can get.
I discovered this clearing when I was hiking up here a couple of years ago, and now I come back whenever I can. It's peaceful, it smells nice, and you can look out over the entire forest. I can breathe better here. You know, human beings weren't meant to live without greenery.
Humans weren't meant for anything at all.
When I'm stuck in traffic in Seattle, I close my eyes and imagine myself here.
You think of this place as yours. That is why you don't want your sister here or your dead father. You think you have claim of ownership to this land.
Well, maybe, but I know that it doesn't belong to me. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't belong to anyone.
No. This place belongs to me. This is my kingdom. This is my forest. Can't you smell that?
Smell what?
That slight fecal smell?
Oh! Ugh.
That is my musk. I have rubbed it on every tree so that all can know what is mine.
Who are you? What's your name?
You will not name me.
You're not an ordinary deer.
Do you find me beautiful?
Yes.
Do you want to know why I am not going to eat you?
What?
I lack the proper teeth and stomach for flesh. That is all. And even then, if I were hungry enough, I would try.
Are you threatening me?
You are a tourist here. You can come here every weekend for your spiritual cleansing. This will still not be your home. Buy this land, build a cabin, raise children here. They will be tourists and the children of tourists. This is my kingdom.
I'm not scared of you. Are you a god?
You will not ever touch me.
My dad was an IT guy. He helped a company that built aeroplanes with their computers, and that was his whole life. I mean, no, of course not. He raised Cora and me and got drinks with friends and watched television. I used to tell him about this place, how I wanted to take him sometime, and I don't know if it was because I wanted him to get out more, or if I wanted to spend more time with him, or if I just wanted to show him this place I had found, but I didn't think he was this interested, and then there it was in his will. So maybe he did want to come here, and now I really wish he had seen this place.
I had venison once. A friend gave it to me. Tasted all right. What do you have to say to that? Done talking? Oh, but you can't talk, huh? No vocal cords. What are you? Just a deer? Beautiful creature. Maybe that's enough. You're beautiful, and I'm lucky to have seen you.
That was Almighty God of Lake and Tree by Frank Garland. Now we're taking a little bit of an intermission from our plays, and I'd like to introduce our Washington Trails Association ambassador, Aaron Peabody, who's going to help us find our own trails.
Hello, everyone. Give me just a second to get my screen up here. All right. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Penguin Productions for the invitation to be here to talk to everyone today. It's been great so far. I've really been enjoying the first two plays, and I'm looking forward to the next two. So, one of the first things I really just want to do is to celebrate how privileged we are to live in Washington, where there are so many places of such rich and diverse natural beauty. And I also want to acknowledge that these are challenging times and highlight the work that WTA is doing to ensure that we can all recreate safely and in an informed manner. Now, in case anyone is not familiar with Washington Trails Association, we're an organization that is dedicated to really providing as much information as we can about how to use the wealth of trails that we have here in Washington State. We're a pretty unique organization. I don't know of any other statewide organization that does what we do. And we're pretty proud of the very long history that we've built of providing resources to hikers in Washington State, going all the way back to 1966 when we were founded. Now, the things that we focus on are educating and inspiring, and we do some lobbying. We are a member-driven, a member-based organization. And so I want to really kind of focus on some of the work we do in terms of helping people to find and experience all the different trails that we have around us. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the resources that we have put together specifically to talk about what's going on with using our public lands in these times. Now, we have on our website this particular blog post, and I'm going to throw a QR code up there for a minute here. If anybody would like to scan that, it'll take you straight to this webpage. And there, even though this one is about specifically the reopening of state lands, there is a ton of really, really good information on here that we encourage everybody to look at and to really think about when it comes to using our public lands during, well, these stay-at-home orders and closures and everything else, because there's a lot of things to navigate with that. Now, one of the things that is part of this particular page that I do want to highlight are these 6 tips for recreating safely when you're out there using our public lands. And I'm just going to go through these really quickly, but the first one of those is to practice physical distancing. Now, I think by this point, we probably all know what this is about and what this looks like in terms of our normal day-to-day lives. And it's pretty much the same thing when you're out on trails as well. There are, though, a couple of little things that, of course, you want to be aware of. We don't always have the ability to cross to the other side of the street when So we see somebody else coming or things like that. So communication is a key thing, making sure that, you're figuring out with the party who's approaching you, which one of you is going to try to step off to the side, or if you're coming up behind somebody, really just kind of calling out and letting them know that they're there. We're also, same as we are using in our normal day-to-day lives, we're recommending face coverings because that's just a good part of making sure that we're protecting everyone. And we are also saying that it's a good idea just to, for right now, hike just with the people who are part of your immediate household. Now, there's one other element to practicing physical distancing, and that's what happens when trails themselves are very crowded. The question is, how do you know when a trail is too crowded to hike? Well, one of those things is if it's a trail that you've heard a lot about, chances are other people are hearing a lot about it on social media as well. And if a bunch of people are hearing about it, there's probably going to be a lot of people using it. So you might want to use some of the things I'm going to talk about here in just a little bit to find those trails that you're not hearing all about right now. Another really good shorthand for you to use is that if you get to the trailhead and it's more than half full, well, that's a good time to go ahead and move on to plan B or plan C, or maybe that's just not going to be the best day for you to get out there and go hiking. Because we want to make sure that we're recognizing that sometimes these trails really do just get too crowded for us to practice physical distancing right now. Now, the second point there is staying close to home. And, one way of looking at that is that if it's going to take you more than one tank of gas to get there and get back, maybe that's a little too far. Or you can go really extreme and you can say, well, if you can't get there and back on foot, then that's too far. There's a lot of gray areas to that, but it's a good idea to stay close to home because that's a good way to kind of keep things from potentially spreading. Planning ahead, make sure you've got everything with you. Part of that planning ahead right now is recognizing that there's going to be a lot of the facilities that we may be used to having at trailheads that won't be there. The restrooms may be closed and locked. Trash may not be getting picked up, hence the pack it in and pack it out. We also want to recognize that one of the things that we really encourage hikers and trail users to do on a normal basis is to, fill up your gas tank, buy your snacks in the little communities that surround the trails that we use as a way to support them. Right now, that may not be the best idea, so do your gas station filling, do your shopping close to home. Respect those closures. Please respect that our land managers really do know what they're doing when it comes to saying this trail is open, that one is closed. And finally, play it safe. Make sure that you're hiking within your skills, because recognize that the emergency response resources that we may usually kind of have in the back of our minds as being there for us are just as affected by these times as everything else. And so take that little bit of extra time to exercise that extra bit of caution. Also recognize that the trail maintenance that you're all used to has not been happening because we've all had to been staying home as well. And so be prepared for a lot of trails to be in a little bit worse shape than they normally are this time of year. Now, the next thing here is to go ahead, and this is another page that is on our website right now, Hiking in the Time of Coronavirus. Go ahead and throw up the QR code for that. Once again, you can pull out your phone and scan that. You can also, if you go to WTA's website and just type in those titles, Hiking in the Time of Coronavirus or What to Know, you'll find these resources as well. Now, we're entering a time when we can expect these different land use restrictions to be changing really week to week as we move through different phases of opening. And so the thing I want to highlight on this page is that gray box over on the right side of the page. We are updating that just as often as we have anything to share. And it's going to be the most up-to-date information that we have as far as all the different kinds of lands. Of course, you can scroll down and see more of it there. So it's a good resource for knowing what's open, what is open with certain restrictions. You can also click through to each of those different things and find out more information from them. Now, this is our hiking guide, or our Hike Finder map, part of the hiking guide. And this is just a great way to go ahead and explore the different trails that are out there. Once again, another QR code for you folks. Now, the idea here is that you can use this to browse through all the different trails that are out there, all the different places you can go, things you can see. I want to point out that there's some great things you can use here to go ahead and filter what you're looking for. You can see if you click where it says the trail features and ratings, or you can filter for mileage and elevation. I have the trail features and ratings open there. It's good to use anytime if you just want to see where, hey, I want a river view, or I want to see old growth forests. One thing about this I do want to point out is we know right now most of our federal lands are still closed, but most of our state lands have opened. So one thing that you could do is if you were to filter this, if you look down where it says parking pass and entry fee, if you were to filter this by Discover Pass, well, then you'd only see trails that are on state lands and have a better chance of being open. So this is a great thing that you can use to kind of see what's out there and what's available. Now, of course, with the hiking guide, you can go ahead and you can zoom in and zoom in and zoom in until you find a trail that looks interesting to you. Now, I picked out one here over in the Issaquah area. Not only is this a great park in that area, it's also a park that the WTA has done a lot of work to build those trails. We invite you guys to go out and to see what we've done. But I also wanted to point out that if you look over at the lower right-hand corner there, in that sidebar, you'll see that there's an alerts and warnings section, and it will tell you a little bit about any trail that you may be looking at, what kind of restrictions there may be on that. Of course, you can also click on the name of the trail and find a lot more information about it. And then again, right at the top there, it'll tell you any kind of cautions, any kind of alerts that you may need to know about. Now, I want to highlight something else, and that is that if you go up to the site search at the top there and type in the word neighborhood, there is a piece you'll see. It's the second one down. It says My Neighborhood. This is a place where we're just really inviting people as we're all staying closer to home, and maybe we're just walking out around the neighborhood that we live in. This is a place where you can go and you can actually share your trip report and share your photos of your neighborhood as you've been walking around. I know for myself in these last few months, I've hiked about 130 miles of the Edmonds area, Edmonds Linwood shoreline, just because that's what I can step out my door and do. And I've had a chance to really kind of explore my area pretty thoroughly, and I've been really enjoying that. So you can go on and you can submit a trip report about what you're doing, what you're seeing as you're staying close to home. Another thing you can search for is backyard, and there's that My Backyard. This is a chance for people to share their photos and their trip reports of their own backyards. So a couple of great resources there. Now, if you're, rather than working on a computer, if you're working from your mobile device, we have a fantastic app called Trailblazer. And again, to get to this page, there's the last QR code I'm going to throw at you guys there. But you can download this app for your iOS device. You can download this for your Android device. And it's a really wonderful way of being able to find trails and to browse trail information while in a mobile kind of situation. Now, not only is it the best way to do this mobile, there's a couple other really good things. The app has really excellent driving directions and weather reports built right into it for the different trails that you may be looking at. And anything that you add to My Backpack, which I'm going to talk about in just a sec, anything you add to My Backpack is then saved in the app for offline viewing. And so when we get out there and we get away from the things that the cellular towers and the Wi-Fi and all of that, the trails that you save to My Backpack are going to be accessible to you there. Speaking of which, My Backpack. This is the free account that you can sign up for with Washington Trails Association. It gives you a place to keep track of your trip reports and your hikes, hence the saving things. And of course, there's also going to be the place to keep track of your volunteer efforts as you come out and volunteer with us as we get back into doing more of that. Lastly, I'll just say once again that WTA is a member-driven, a member-supported organization. So we really encourage everyone to come out and be a member of WTA. It's a fantastic community resource. And if you just want to learn more, if you just want to know more about what's going on with trails in our area, in the bottom right-hand corner of every page of our website is a little box where it says Get Trail News. You can put your email address in there, sign up for those trail alerts, and don't worry, those will be fairly infrequent emails that you'll receive, but they're great resources to help you discover trails that you haven't heard of before, to know what kind of things are going on. And you'll also get links to a lot of these different kinds of resources that I've been sharing. as well as when there are updates. And with that, I will say thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to getting on to the rest of our plays.
Thank you so much, Erin. That was fantastic. I have to say that I was always the star of my own play when I was on the trail as a kid. I encourage you all to find your own roots and get out on those trails. Our next play is Root Finding by Pamela Hobart Carter.
Shy.
But no one knows I'm here.
I know.
And you're not going to tell people. You're not going to tell people.
You're breaking the law.
Friends don't snitch on friends.
I'm a friend. Calm down. I didn't say I'd What I mean is, think about why the law exists. Explain why you get to break it.
I'm not hurting anything. I'm not hurting much in any significant way. I'm
incapable of measuring whether or the degree of hurt. What are you eating, Shy?
A lovely sandwich. You put avocado in here.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Honoring your avocado thing.
I don't understand how everyone doesn't have an avocado thing.
When I was a kid, I couldn't deal with the texture. I really didn't like them.
Wow.
Tastes change.
They must, because I think our avocado things are pretty comparable. And I wouldn't have pegged you for a text reminder. You enjoy okra.
Shy, what are you eating?
I'm small.
Small still needs calories.
Not many. Not as many as those in power, say.
Is that what this is about? Escaping those in
I'm
power?
not escaping. Not escaping from. If any escape is involved, I'm escaping to.
To?
This. I want this. Hard to beat this. No one knows I'm here.
As in prior neighbors or workmates, the police, or anyone? Don't kid yourself, Shy. You're going to start showing up in trail reviews. Look out for the hippie chick. I wonder where she's hiding now.
I know when to show my face.
Hiding under the ferns on weekends? Besides being stupid, Shy, it's wrong for you to trample out your own paths here. Leave that to the elk and the deer. And food? Living on nuts and berries? Plundering the rivers? A fishing license? That's unexpected.
Those empowered check up on those of us with rods and hooks.
What about a tent? In a different category?
No tent.
What?
Our ancestors managed without tents.
Our ancestors? Whose? Of all humankinds? Because our ancestors showed up pretty late on this continent. And no one was hanging out in fox burrows. They built structures, solid wooden structures, warm, dry, with other people, community. Different jobs for different members. Not each to herself. Not crapping wherever you please.
Hey, I hiked down to the trailhead for that.
Well, that's something.
And the fishing license.
Two things. What about all the new pots?
My movements are careful.
The beauty of cities is their consolidation, letting forests be forests. Sprinkle in hippie chicks, even carefully moving hippie chicks, and the wildness goes away, sunshine.
You haven't called me that in...
I just called you a hippie chick 2 minutes ago.
Remember when we tried to figure out real names hidden inside our names? Sun, shine, unsh.
Ray's not bad. It's more real than shy. Wonder what Mom was thinking.
About the weather.
How will I know if you need help?
You mean if I change my mind?
Drop me a line at the toilet. I get it. When we're sitting here.
It would be nice not to have to fight you, Ray.
I'm not trying
You're
to...
checking up on me. You think I'm misguided. I thought you'd be happy for me. What I really want is to have lunch with you and look at the mountains. Look at the mountains.
Shy, you're so thin.
See me. Try to see me as I am, Ray. I've always been skinny, but look, nice and dark red, right? And see my teeth. And my muscles, my skin, I'm healthy. Most of all, Ray, this is where I want to be. How I want to be. Just in case, if you need me for some reason, I have some money. And people are surprisingly generous. If I want to ride...
Promise me you'll only ask women.
Don't be sexist, Ray. Not all women are trustworthy.
I wish you'd rely on my judgment. Use mine, please.
You know what? I do rely on your judgment. If I need help, I watch for a while. Because I remember how you told me to pick someone who's being nice to their kids. In case I got lost, like at the zoo. Ray, you don't have to look after... Aren't parents or elder sisters supposed to congratulate themselves when they see they've made independent beings and then step back a couple of paces? Thanks for taking care of me, Ray.
You're welcome, Shy.
I mean, always, until now. You don't have to play parent anymore. I'm all grown up.
Are you? Are you sure?
When we hiked, when I was little, it was never enough. The going back to pavement and indoors and the noise of phones and radios and televisions everywhere. My system needs a different kind of silence from yours. I max out quickly on urban quiet. I max out on...
Sound?
Words.
Does that mean you want me to go now?
Soon.
You talk more than I do.
Could be, but much less often.
Don't you talk to yourself?
That's...
Right.
It's hard to get away from language in my head.
Always there?
Almost.
Counting?
Counting, yeah. Keeping the calendar, the clock, and naming. Yeah. Sometimes I wish I didn't know so many ferns and flowers. Could you bring me a guidebook next time, Ray?
Sure. Trails?
Fungi.
No. You need to stay away from anything but a morel. Nothing but a morel looks like a morel.
Yes, ma'am. Well, how about trees?
Trees I'll allow. A novel?
No, just the guide.
Poems?
No, thanks.
A tree guide. Shy, what do you do all day?
Finally.
What?
That's not a question I like. Just a, what are you up to? Not a, why are you here? Explain yourself. Or an argument to get me to go home with you.
It was kind of a checking up question.
The spirit was better.
So what do you do all
Calories.
day?
A lot of every day, I'm looking for calories. Camas, beetles, brambleberry, cress, clover, cattail, fish, snails, slugs. Good protein and iron, plentiful, and they're easy to hunt.
Raw slugs are poisonous.
I steam them.
Tomorrow, you skip slug hunting.
Chocolate cookies?
I bake them. Very calorie dense.
Oh boy, Roberto. Yogurt? Full fat?
Only the best for you, Shy.
You're the best, Ray.
But not good enough for...
I'm not escaping you. I'm coming to this.
But it feels like you...
Ray, this is what I do all day. I look at this. I'm not escaping you. Take a look around, Ray.
I see. I do.
You know me.
I do. You don't need me anymore. It's an adjustment. What am I to be now?
My sister. Be my sister who doesn't need to tuck me in at night or stand up for me at parent-teacher conferences anymore. I'll always need you, Rainbow. Always. Always to be my sister.
I can maybe do this once a week.
That's a lot.
Don't be so egotistical, Shy. It isn't always about you. I like coming to the mountains.
Well, I'm not doing this forever.
How long?
I don't have a plan for after the frost.
My sofa waits.
Or I'll lower my elevation. Seasonal migration.
Shy, promise to come in with the frost. There's that county bus.
The bus only runs in the summer.
Come in. There's no need to be extremist.
You already think I am.
Come home.
This is my home.
No, Shy, this isn't your... This is Squirrel's home. This is escape.
This is more home to me than town. And I
cannot do this. Imagine if everyone did.
But everyone's not.
Shy, we cannot all live off these trails, off any of these trails. It's too much. It's too much for this place, for it to stay this place. Yes, right now, it's just you and your impact is slight. But why is it you, Sunshine, who gets to do this rare thing? Who gets to play Woodland Queen? I think you're just being...
You think I'm selfish? Selfish. Too much about individual, not enough about collective. More than that. Too much about person, not enough about planet. Too much about my head, not enough about the rest of existence.
I'm sorry, yes.
Okay.
I'll wait for you down the way there. Give you time to yourself to pack.
Okay.
Unless you have too much to carry.
I could use the help.
That was Route Finding by Pamela Hobart Carter. Our last play is The Light at the End by Maggie Lee.
Oh, okay. It's right over here. Oh, this is so cool. I've been waiting to check this place out since like forever.
Wait, I can't find my phone charger. Damn it.
We have to go back to the car.
Wait, why do you need a phone charger? We're going on a hike. Do you see an outlet anywhere out here?
No, but... Oh, shit. I don't think I have my sunglasses either. We have to go back.
But we don't need to go back.
Why is it so cold all of a sudden?
Oh, it's alive!
It's freezing. What was that?
That's the breeze coming from the old train tunnel. Oh, it must be like 10 degrees colder. At least we have hoodies. I mean, I have a hoodie. I'm just playing. I packed one for you.
We're actually going to hike through that tunnel?
Yeah, the trail goes right through the mountain and it pops out on the other side.
It looks dark.
Yeah, it's a tunnel. They're like that.
I know, but I didn't think it would be like dark.
Ooh, well, it's like 2.5 miles, so it's gonna get way darker. Get ready to get spooky. Come on.
Wait, I don't know about this.
No way. You always do this.
Do what?
You know, change your mind and poop out on me at the last minute.
I do not.
Uh-huh. How about the time when we were supposed to do that 7-alarm hot wing challenge? Or when we were supposed to get our matching Pokemon ankle tattoos. Or, I don't know, every time we go sing karaoke and you promise you're going to sing, but then instead you spend all night dithering over the song.
Okay, fine. I just have really sensitive ankles.
I know. And to be honest, those tattoos were a terrible idea anyway. But come on. You know I've been talking about this hike for weeks, and we drove all the way out here. And it's the first time we've been able to get out of the city since the trails opened back up. And
it's just seeing it in person. That tunnel looks a little more ominous than I pictured it.
No, it's totally safe. People hike this all the time. I brought a flashlight, so it's not even going to be that dark.
But didn't you say it was like 2 miles long? What if I get like a claustrophobic panic attack right in the middle of it?
No, you won't. Come on, it's not like we have to crawl through it on our bellies. It was made for trains. It's super wide. People even ride their bikes through it.
I don't know.
All right. What if we just try it? Okay? We can always turn back around if you start feeling weird, but I promise you it's going to be so awesome. You're not even going to realize it till we're already through.
Okay, fine.
Yes! Okay, great. Here we go. Okay, so this tunnel was made in 1914, and then it was used all the way until 1980. How wild is that? Can you imagine all those steam trains just going through here?
Dude, what is it with you and your weird obsession about trains? No one in their right mind gets this excited about public transportation.
Yeah, they do. Everyone does. Because trains are awesome. I rest my case.
Where's the flashlight?
Oh, you don't need it yet. We can still see.
Maybe you don't need it, but I saw dog poop as we were walking in, and I don't feel like tracking poo shoe back to the car.
God, it is so cold in here. Okay, look down there.
That little light?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a lamp?
Nope. That's the end of the tunnel.
Seriously? From 2 miles away?
No, it makes sense that we could see it because it's also flat. Plus, now we know there's a way out.
Yay. Flashlight.
No, come on, let's just savor the experience for a moment. The gathering shadows. The icy breath of the underworld. We are venturing forth into the bones of this mountain. Who knows what specters from the past we might encounter?
Poo shoe!
Okay.
What's wrong with this thing?
I just grabbed it out of the kitchen drawer.
I don't remember the last time we used it. Crap, the battery must be running out.
Oh, well, it's a good thing we're finding out now. It'd be really bad if we're finding out in the middle of a real emergency.
This isn't a real emergency?
Unless somebody is bleeding or on fire. No, it's not a real emergency.
I can't believe you didn't check the batteries. You always do this.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Oh, whoa, wait. Look at those tiny drippy stalactites all over the ceiling. Oh my god, the acoustics in here are so cool. Whoa!
Corey! Shh! Cut it out. What if there are other people here? They're gonna think we're freaks.
Or they might want to join in on the fun, right?
Yeah, this is super fun. Damn it.
Look, it's still working. Chill.
Don't tell me to chill. It's pitch dark here. It's freaking cold. There's little drippy things going down the back of my neck. And now the battery in this flashlight isn't working because you didn't check it.
Okay. I'm sorry. We can turn around if you want.
What's the point? Doesn't matter. Backwards, forwards, we're all just walking in the same fucking darkness.
Are you still talking about the hike?
I don't know how you can be like this.
Like what?
Like giddy over train tunnels and echoes and whatever.
Because I like train tunnels and echoes and whatever. You know this.
Yeah, I know, but how can you possibly be having fun right now? How can anyone be having any fun anywhere?
Whoa, that sounds like an existential crisis to me.
Hell yeah, it's an existential crisis. In case you've forgotten, the whole world is imploding all around us. We don't know when anyone is going to get better. We don't know how we're going to pay our rent when our savings run out. We don't know when we get to go back to work. We don't know anything. And nothing makes any sense right now. Don't you understand that?
Yeah, of course I do.
Then how can you just stand here and enjoy things? How?
Okay, well, what's the alternative? Just lie down on the floor and cry?
Maybe. I don't know. Shit. Damn it.
Look, it's gonna be okay. I know this is kind of a freaky situation, but right now, we are okay. We are.
Nothing is okay.
You know why I like trains? It's because each train is like its own story. It's not like a car or a boat or an airplane where you can end up wherever based on roads or winds or... No, a train always has a track, a beginning and an end.
Oh. I thought it was because you liked the sound of the woo-woo of the train.
Yeah, well, that too. But it's also like this tunnel. How many trains have gone through here? All those people. All those different stories. Everyone just heading somewhere else. All of them sitting there, feeling the chill of the unknown as they rattle through the darkness, but knowing that they're going to come out on the other end. Just a matter of when.
Are we still talking about trains?
Look, I know that things are kind of scary right now. You're right, no one knows what's going to happen. But you and me, we are on this train together. And I know that we are going to be okay. Maybe not like 100% fabulous, but we'll figure it out as we go. Okay?
Okay. What was that?
What was what?
That? Was that a train whistle?
It couldn't possibly be a train because they've already torn out all the tracks.
I don't know, but something is definitely coming towards us and fast.
No, I'm sure it's just like a bike or maybe a service van.
Shit! What should we do? Should we run?
No, I don't think we can. Holy shit, is this for real? Fred, are you okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
That
That was awesome!
okay, not what I was gonna say.
Oh, you saw that, right? We saw that!
Hey, yeah, pretty hard to miss a fucking ghost train.
I cannot believe it! Just when I think trains could get any cooler!
Oh my god, I can't even with you!
No, listen to me. No matter what else happens for the rest of our lifetime, we saw that together. We were here, in this moment, in this place, together. Oh! Do you think we have, like, ghostly superpowers now? Oh, or are we cursed with terrible visions? What does it mean?
I don't know. Can we please get out of the tunnel now?
Oh, yeah. The end is right over there.
Huh. It doesn't look so far now.
No. It doesn't.
Thank you so much for joining us for Finding Trails. For more information and to stay up to date with Penguin Productions, check us out at penguinproductionsseattle.org. I'm Shana Bestock, producing artistic director, coming to you from in front of Mount Baker on this beautiful, sunny Sunday, July 26, 2020. Thanks so much. See you out on the trail.